Reducing food waste. Why is it so important? What is food waste? Food waste is when we throw out food that could still have been eaten. This occurs when we put too much food on our plate and we aren't able to finish it, so we throw out the rest. It also happens when food goes bad because it wasn't eaten before the expiry date. Those are just a few of the many reasons why food might be wasted. But luckily, there are also many ways to avoid it. How to reduce food waste. There are so many different ways to reduce food waste. Here are a few. 1. Only buy food that you will use. 2. Only put food on your plate that you will eat. 3. Eat leftovers. 4. Avoid clutter in your fridge, pantry, and freezer. 3. Treat expiration and sell-by dates as guidelines. 6. Store food in the right places. 7. Try canning and pickling. 8. Keep track of what you throw away. Only buy what you need. We all need food to survive, but how much do we really need? I don't know about you, but when I go grocery shopping, I tend to buy more than what I need. The best way to avoid that is by making a meal plan. A meal plan is perfect to avoid over shopping because you will have a list of items that you need for each meal. Don't overcook. It is also very important not to overcook. By overcooking, you are making more food than what you can eat during that meal. If you overcook, people usually tend to either throw out their food, or put it in leftovers, let it go old, then throw it out. Unless you know you will eat the leftovers, it is best not to cook too much food. Only put on your plate what you can eat. Putting more on your plate than what you can eat is probably the main reason for food waste in the home. Most people fill their plates but don't finish everything and throw out the rest. The best way to avoid that is by only putting on your plate what you know you will eat. And even if it's not enough, you can always go and grab more food. Eat leftovers. If you do have to overcook or put more on your plate than what you can eat, it's okay as long as you put it in a container and put it in the fridge or freezer to save it for later. But it is useless to save it for later if it is never eaten. If you have leftovers, you need to eat it or else it'll be just as bad as throwing it out before putting it in a container. Avoid clutter in your fridge, pantry, and freezer. The more stuff there is in your fridge, pantry, and freezer, the harder it is to keep track of what is old and what is new. For example, if your fridge is full, it will be harder to see the food that's about to expire in the back of your fridge, pantry, or freezer. It is best to keep them organized by putting your old food in the front and the new food in the back. Treat expiration and sell-by dates as guidelines. Expiration dates and sell-by dates are very important to determine whether the food is good or bad to eat. In order to prevent food waste, it is crucial not to let food go past that date and to eat it before it goes bad. Store food in the right places. If you do not put food in the right places, the food can go bad much quicker, which is very bad for preventing food waste. If you are unsure where the item goes, you can double check by looking it up on your phone or computer. Try canning and pickling. Canning and pickling are very good for preventing food waste because it can make food last longer. Items you can pickle or can include cucumbers, carrots, peppers, tomatoes, beets, corn, olives, broccoli, cauliflower, onions, some fruits, eggs, and much, much more. Keep track of what you throw away. Keeping track of what you throw out is good so that you are aware of the damage you are doing to the environment. By actually seeing how much you throw away, you can prevent doing the same in the future. If it doesn't work, you can try adding up the amount of money that was wasted by throwing all of those foods away. Why it's important. Reducing food waste is very important for many reasons. The first reason is for reducing food waste is because all around the world there are so many people who can't afford to buy food every day. The second reason is that wasting food is also damaging the environment. Lastly, there's a lot of water used to make food, and by wasting food, you are also wasting clean water. Third world countries. According to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, about 815 million people in the world were suffering from chronic undernourishment in 2016, and about 99% of all the hungry people live in lower to middle income countries. Starving children. According to the Global Nutrition Report in 2011, 45% of child deaths are caused by poor nutrition, and according to UNICEF, 29,000 children die every single day. That's about 21 children who die every minute, but luckily we have the power to change that. How reducing food waste helps them. By reducing food waste, you can use that food to help feed those dying children. But I know what you're thinking. How am I supposed to send this leftover lasagna to Africa? You may not be able to send the food that you throw away, but by using methods to reduce food waste, you are not only saving food that can be transported to them, but you're also saving a lot of money that can be used to buy those children water, a chicken, or even a cow to help properly nourish them. Environmental relationship. According to the United Nations, we dump 2.12 million tons of waste every year. And the reason for that is that 99% of the stuff we buy is trashed within 6 months, especially food. But thankfully, there's a way we can help. Reducing food waste not only helps save you money, it also helps save the planet. How reducing food waste helps the environment. The average American eats about 2,000 pounds a year, but sadly, almost all foods except for fruits and vegetables use packaging in some way or form. By reducing food waste, we are also reducing our ecological footprint. Other ways to help. Reducing food waste is a good start to helping the environment, but if you want to make a real change, here are a few other things you can do to help. 1. Recycle. 2. Use reusable bags. 3. Take shorter showers. 4. Use energy-efficient light bulbs, LED or CFL. 5. Turn off lights that you don't need. 6. Try to avoid using cars. Try the bus or carpool. 7. Use little amount of plastic as possible. Clean water. Less than 1% of all of Earth's less than 1% of all Earth's water is clean, but yet 92% of that water is used for agriculture. Every year, our farms drain the equivalent of 3.3 billion Olympic-sized swimming pools every year, but only 1/3 of the food that leaves those farms are wasted or thrown away. Why it's a problem? This is a big problem because more than half of the Earth's population endures extreme water scarcity for at least 1 month of the year. Current estimates predict that by 2040, up to 20 more countries could be experiencing water shortages. If we don't do something fast, there will be a lot more thirsty people around the world. How to help? Reducing food waste is the most important way to help reduce water shortages. Limiting the amount of water-intensive foods like shelled nuts or red meat is also a good way to do that. To give you some perspective, it takes about 1,860 gallons of water to produce only 1 pound of beef. By adopting a vegetarian lifestyle, you can reduce up to 1/3 of your water footprint. Other ways to help. Here are some other ways to reduce your water footprint. 1. Turn off the tap while you brush your teeth. 2. Take shorter showers. 3. Use full loads when doing laundry. 4. Steam your vegetables. 5. Use rainwater for gardening. 6. Don't wash by hand. Use the dishwasher instead. Conclusion. In conclusion, reducing food waste is very important for so many reasons. Not only will reducing food waste help save you money, it will also help starving children, help the environment, and save the limited amount of clean water we have left on Earth. Thank you for watching.